Hello, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, you can pet the dog in Marvel's Avengers. Apologies, we did do a review kind of impressions video of Future Imperfect earlier. But yeah, my audio was a little bit because I did a voiceover on our video recording and it didn't go quite right. Just doing a little bit of gear here as well. And then actually to an update that is free but is also not free. This actually does introduce Clint Barton, aka Hawkeye, which has a very, very similar moveset to Kate Bishop. Other than the teleporting, it is about the same. Just about the same. You won't notice too much of a difference from the playstyle. I did play through the entire campaign, which did take me about 2.5 hours. I did some side stuff, as well as some optional, the harm training. So we did do about everything. Got up to around maybe level 12. Maybe close to level 15. Not too bad. This is a little bit earlier in the campaign. And actually, it was kind of funny. I totally forgot about taking aim. I got about halfway through, got bored. Didn't finish it up. But yeah, it basically was the campaign. Future Imperfect. Yeah, we'll pop ahead a little bit here. This is actually round to the last mission. I noticed he has 3 different arrows. He's got the razor. The triple one, and then the pulsar as well, the exact same as Kate Bishop. Poor Clint does not even get his own room. And there's me forgetting how to vault over the shield, but it was alright. He does have some pull arrows, but a lot of it is just the same. I was mentioning earlier, an update that is free, but not free. If you do want to get the Caro card, it's going to cost you 1,000 of whatever the Avenger credits are. But that's about $10 American. Which you could have got if you unlock the original characters are free, but I also didn't notice Kate Bishop's card is locked as well. So all that stuff on her hero card, you can't get it unless you also pay $10 as well. So I really don't think Marvel's Avengers should be... I think they should be kind of sucking up at the moment. Game has lost a huge percent of its player base. And has lost over $56 million from the game. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good loss right there. But for my time, I did enjoy the new map. Though the mechanics-wise and a couple of the missions, they were all the same. And if you wondered you'll be fighting robots in the future, it's either what you'll be fighting the watchdogs or robots once again. So nothing too much different on that end. Taxmaster does show up for a little bit, but it's just a side cameo. Doesn't do too much. And eventually you're kind of your brawler, your button smasher, looter shooter. You will be switching up gear about every 2 seconds. The game does drop you a lot of gear. It's not none of it's cosmetic though. If you do want the cosmetics, they do have $14 skins that don't look that great, unfortunately. Yeah, so, I mean, there is grinding on here, but it's basically the same missions over and over, and they're not that good, unfortunately. Yeah, branching out a little bit into speciality here as well. Yeah, there's nothing... If you played Kid Bishop, Clint will pretty much play the same. Also begs the question... They didn't announce the Wakanda expansion coming in the fall sometime. Kind of semi-hype for that, though I feel like we're going to be getting a lot of sin. There's a little bit of a bug here. Like, it would start to hold up. Like, I almost thought the game had crashed. Also, a big Y onto... if you want to get... We are playing on the PS5. It is a PS5... The PS5 upgrade.
Let's go.
You have to have PS4 version installed on your PS5. And then the PS5 version... because you got to migrate the save and then bring over it on the PS5. It's a little bit of an extra hassle there. But also, yeah, you can play in 4K with 60 FPS. But it's not as high as quality. It's kind of misleading. A bit of a spoilers too here on the boss. A bit misleading because if you want the highest quality, you're still going to be locked in at 30 FPS. They say there's dynamic resolution, and I don't even know what that means. Honestly, does anybody know what that means in the 4K? And the boss fight here, the cinematics were alright. Voice acting is okay. I know a lot of people that only follow the Marvel Universe and a cinematic universe were really off-put by the characters not looking like the ones from the movie. They kind of look like more like their comic book characters. Though the outfits could be a bit better. Even the ones they're charging $14 for are not, and I'm also not sure why he didn't just pop you like a balloon there. Yeah, I kind of wish also for this fight I'd brought the Hulk. Maybe there'd been an actual cinematic there. Oh, and also with this update, the campaign is replayable. Campaign was okay. I enjoyed it enough. I even grew to like Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan at the end. It says a little other attack. It's basic other than the healing arrow he does get. It is the exact same as Kate Bishop. Kind of disappointed. I don't know what I expected, but yeah. Talking about Wakanda expansion, but no Spider-Man yet, which was supposed to be PlayStation exclusive, so we'll have to see. Now, for some reason, Square Enix seems to be doubling down on this game, and I mean, I never want a game to fail, but this game has failed pretty miserably. At the foundation, really. Basically, this fight is just he was pretty tanky, and you just kind of... I basically just fired arrows at him the entire time. He does have a little bit of a heal up. He dropped some AoE. Was not difficult, just kind of more of the same. But I will give it to them, at least it was not a robot. Because if I had to fight one more robot, I think I'm going to lose my mind. Yeah, so the free update is kind of free. I think the Wakanda expansion's free, but I'm pretty sure Black Panther will also be. I think their idea is to lock it, the hero cards behind $10 to pay for their updates, and then throw out these $14 skins, which are kind of ridiculous, honestly. They're not that good. I mean, even I think Hawkeye has one good one, and it's about like 14 bucks. I couldn't see myself throwing down 14 bucks for a skin on this. For a game that I really only play when the updates come out, because, yeah, he's about down to half. I think he does get the AI. I mean, you could play a campaign on this with your friends as well, but do you have any friends that are playing this? Or that are still your friends after you got them to play this? I don't know. Though there does seem to be people on Twitter, at least, simping pretty hard for this game. I saw somebody on Twitter, I don't know if they were trolling or just an employee at Crystal Dynamics. They said they just spent $100 on new skins. I don't know why you would. Getting smacked around a little bit, but... yeah, his ultimate does fire off, and you can actually enhance it later on. About 15 smart AI arrows that will just keep hitting. Not a bad one, not a bad. This is his little heal up. We get like with that one cutscene with the Maestro and the one coming up after it, but that's it. I would have liked to see more of the Maestro. I mean, God, Old World Hulk and the Old Man Hawkeye series. I did actually leave that part with the Old Man Hawkeye out of it. This one, we'll see him a little bit later on, but that's quite good. That's the kind of universe I would like to see more of. They're still going with the Kree War in this. They seem to be sticking to the script of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I think they need to branch off and go somewhere different. I think they're kind of beating that one to death. Yeah, he's about done. Really not that tough. It's just more annoying with the heal ups than anything. And I could have done better. I'm looking at it now. It could have been better dodging there, but it's all right. Their job done. And overall, the campaign probably took a little bit. You could probably do it under 2, but I was doing all this. They have the usual side missions. Hey, there's a chest. Hey, there's an elite enemy. But at least this time Jarvis doesn't say it, but...
what the hell happened to you?
And here we have Old Man Hawkeye.
I've only got one thing to say to you. Where's Nick
Yeah, my complaint was the story in the main campaign was, it was always kind of It wasn't that great, but it was enough to get the job done. The problem was when you got done with the campaign, the multiplayer is just so bad and dead, and it's repeat and repeat. Maybe that's kind of like in Destiny 2, you just kind of do the same thing over and over again, and maybe that works. I think it works a little bit better in Destiny. I think they tried to get a Destiny. Came up pretty short. The big main quest line right now is we're still looking for Nick Fury. Let's give kind of my last thoughts here on the game. Not out of the woods yet. I think it is still pretty much a dying game, if not dead. But I do give credit. I never want a game to fail. Crystal Dynamic is hanging in there. I'm sure Square Enix probably got a lot of pressure on their shoulders too. But they might be in contract and maybe they're not even allowed to kill it for a certain amount of time. Being in with Marvel and everything. But how much money are you going to throw at this to get... I think at its core, it's pretty broken. I think it does need a lot of work, almost like an Anthem 2.0 that they never did, but... The button smasher combat is fun. I know a lot of people says at the later levels it's even better, but... It's alright, but it's not enough to keep you pulled into the game. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I would recommend this, playing the little bit of the update if you do own it. Could still definitely not recommend buying this. Even at a discount, I feel like a little bit of a waste right now, currently. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to hit that like button, this helps a lot. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.